You don't need to have the whole transition figured out. You just need to make the next right move. This reset isn't about doing more, it's about doing less better. It's about taking the chaos in your brain and turning it into a simple plan you can actually follow, even while you're teaching full time.
I'm Lisa Harding, ex-EdTech CEO turned certified teacher career coach. It wasn't all that long ago that I was recruiting, interviewing, and hiring teachers for roles in corporate America, teachers that ended up being some of my all-time best employees. Fast forward through my own career transition where I left my role as CEO to become a stay-at-home mom. I now work with and empower teachers to transform their lives by turning their once distant career dreams into realities. In this podcast, I give you simple, actionable, step-by-step strategies to help you do the same. If you're a burnt-out teacher or simply need a change and you're looking to create a life you love, you're in the right place, friend. Let's get started.
Hey friends, welcome back to Beyond the Classroom. I'm Lisa Harding. If you're a teacher who's trying to transition out of the classroom and you've been feeling stuck, overwhelmed, or like you're doing a lot but not seeing results, today's episode is for you. This is the third episode in a little series I've been doing to help you transition in a way that feels streamlined and doable. In the first episode, we talked about the career change considerations, the planning pieces that make your transition faster and keep you from burning out midway. In the second episode, we talked about the 5 traps that keep teachers stuck, like jumping straight to the resume, comparing yourself to everyone else, getting paralyzed by too many options, or waiting for school to slow down. And today, I want to give you the reset. Because sometimes what you need isn't more information. You don't need another webinar. You don't need another 50 job titles. You don't need to rewrite your resume for the 10th time. What you need is a simple plan you can follow this week, one that helps you get unstuck and feel momentum again. So I'm going to walk you through a 3-part reset. It's simple on purpose. It's designed for teachers, and you can do it even if you're exhausted, even if your schedule is packed, and even if you're not totally sure what you want yet. And as you listen, I want you to keep one thing in mind. You don't need to have the whole transition figured out. You just need to make the next right move. Okay, here we go. Part 1 of the reset is choose one lane for the next 30 days. Not forever, not this is my identity now, not this is the only thing I'll ever do. Just one lane for the next 30 days. Because if you're stuck, one of the most likely reasons is that you're trying to do too much at once. You're exploring 20 careers, saving 100 job posts, changing your mind every few days, and then wondering why you don't feel confident or clear. Clarity doesn't come from more options. Clarity comes from narrowing. So for the next 30 days, you are going to pick one direction to focus on. And if you're thinking, but I don't know what lane to pick, let me make this easier. Pick the lane that matches your life, not the one that sounds impressive. Ask yourself, what kind of work environment would feel like relief compared to teaching? Do you want remote? Do you want predictable hours? Do you want less emotional labor? Do you want more independent work? Do you want collaboration? Do you want creativity? Do you want structure? Then choose a lane that generally fits that. Something like customer success, learning and development, project coordination, operations, HR, instructional design, training, program coordination, whatever makes sense for you. And if you pick a lane and it's not perfect, that is okay. This is not marriage. This is dating. You're allowed to focus on one lane for 30 days, learn from it, and adjust. But you need a lane. Because without a lane, every job posting looks interesting. Every path feels possible. And you end up doing nothing because your brain is overloaded. So that's part 1. Choose one lane for 30 days. Part 2 of the reset is choose your 2 filters, one non-negotiable and one must-have. This part is so powerful because it instantly cuts the noise. If you're career transitioning while teaching full-time, you cannot afford to waste energy on roles that don't fit your life. So we're going to create 2 filters you can apply to every job posting and every career idea. First, choose one non-negotiable. A non-negotiable is something that, if a job doesn't have it, it's a no. For example, a minimum salary range, health insurance, remote flexibility, no nights or weekends, a certain commute limit, a stable schedule. Whatever matters most to you. Choose one, not 10, one. Then choose one must-have. A must-have is something that makes a job feel like a better fit for who you are. For example, you want to help people, you want problem solving, you want creativity, you want a clear career path, you want to work with adults, you want growth opportunities, you want calm, you want autonomy. Choose one. And now, every time you look at a job posting, you're going to run it through your 2 filters. Does it meet my non-negotiable? Yes or no. Does it have my must-have? Yes or no. This does 2 things. It prevents you from applying to roles you'll regret later, and it makes decision-making easier, which reduces overwhelm. Because one of the reasons teachers stall is that every decision feels heavy. Every job posting feels like, what if this is the one? And that pressure creates paralysis. Filters remove pressure. Filters create confidence. So part 2, one non-negotiable, one must-have. Use them to filter everything. Part 3 of the reset is pick a tiny momentum plan you can actually follow. This is where we turn I want to leave teaching into real action. And I'm going to keep it so simple it almost feels too easy, because easy is what you need right now. Here's your momentum plan for this week. 2 15-minute blocks. That's it. 2 15-minute blocks this week dedicated to your career transition. Not 2 hours, not an entire Saturday, 2 15-minute blocks, because consistency beats intensity. Now, what do you do in those 15 minutes? You choose one task that matches the lane you picked. For example, your first 15 minutes might be reading 3 job descriptions in your lane and writing down the repeated skills you see. Or it might be updating one section of your LinkedIn headline or about section to match your lane. Or it might be writing 3 resume bullets that translate your teaching experience into the language of the role you want. Or it might be searching for 5 companies that hire for your lane. Or it might be saving 2 strong job postings and comparing what they have in common. Just one focused task. Then the second 15-minute block is for one connection point. One. Not 10 messages, not awkward networking, one connection point. That might be commenting on a post from someone who works in your target lane. It might be sending a simple message to a former teacher who transitioned and asking one question. It might be reaching out to someone you already know and saying, "Hey, I'm exploring roles in this area. Could I ask you a quick question?" It might be requesting one informational interview, one connection point. Because if all you do is apply online, you're applying into a black hole. Connections make the process faster and they make it feel less lonely. So the momentum plan is 2 15-minute blocks and one connection point. And here's the final piece of part 3. This is important. At the end of the week, I want you to record one win, just one. It can be small. I chose a lane. I updated my LinkedIn headline. I sent one message. I read job descriptions and learned what employers actually want. I stopped spiraling and made a plan. This matters because teachers are trained to focus on what's not done. And when you only notice what's missing, you feel defeated and you quit. Wins build momentum. Wins build confidence. Wins prove to your brain that progress is happening. Okay, let me recap your 3-part reset. Part 1, Choose one lane for 30 days. Part 2, choose 2 filters, one non-negotiable and one must-have. Part 3, pick a tiny momentum plan for this week, 2 15-minute blocks and 1 connection point, and record 1 win. Now, I want you to hear this part clearly. This reset is not about doing more. It's about doing less, better. It's about taking the chaos in your brain and turning it into a simple plan you can actually follow, even while you're teaching full-time. And if you want to tie this episode back to the others, here's what I recommend. If you need the planning foundation, go listen to 7 career change considerations every teacher should think about. If you've been stuck in patterns that drain you, go listen to 5 career change traps keeping teachers stuck. And then come back here and do this reset, because this is where momentum returns. And if you want support beyond the podcast, structure, guidance, coaching, and a community of teachers who are in it with you, that's exactly why the Teacher Career Transition Academy exists. We help you through every step, so you're not trying to figure out a life change alone in the margins of your day. Thanks for hanging out with me today, friend. If this episode helped, share it with a teacher who's overwhelmed and needs a simple plan they can follow this week. Remember, friends, the journey is just the beginning. Embrace the adventure. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe, leave a review, and check the show notes for free resources and goodies.